Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here. Today we're going to be looking at a dwarf versus beastmen matchup. And so I brought my typical dwarf army with a slight alteration. Um, Instead of my typical dwarf warrior in the back, I took the leadership rune off of my runesmith, got rid of the dwarf warrior, and I got 2 miners here in the back. And so now all my miners here have 1 chevron. But other than that, it's the same army with the same dwarf warriors in the front, longbeards behind, quarrelers, and goblobber. My opponent is going to be the beastmen, and he's going to deploy really far back here with his Ungor raiders hidden in this forest, and then just a huge swarm of Bestigor herd. So definitely going to be a lot of armor piercing damage here. He has Morgur, the Shadow Gave, 2 Gorbulls, and a Break Shaman of Beasts. So this battle is not going to be getting started real quick. I was starting in all this shallow, gross water that gives you 80% reduced damage for like movement and damage for small units, and so I was very worried about him forward deploying here and getting me. Here you can see his Break Shaman of Beasts coming in. I'm going to move up some rangers because I'm really afraid, but you can see he is going to start destroying my main line here with Flock of Doom. You saw that he used a ability recharge scroll there to get 2 Flocks of Doom in really quick. There's nothing for me to do here except rush, so that's what I'm going to do. His Ungor herd are not going to die easily. Ungor raiders are not going to die easily when in the forest, so I have to rush. Flock of Doom is too strong. You can see I'm going to try and pull these guys out of the area of effect. It's a little late on that part. And you can see his Bestigor here are going to get an amazing downhill charge, goaded the dwarves into movement, and now are going to get a forested downhill charge fight. And so this is definitely not the place I want to be. You can see my goblobber trying to get some shots in here. My quarrelers are going to open fire here, try and get a shot in before they come. And I'm going to be popping my runes here as they enter combat. You can see Rune of Wrath and Ruin going off here. These Bestigor are going to get around my flank. I'm going to charge my Longbeards here into this guy, while these Bestigor flank around to try and get to my Rangers. I'm not used to moving with this dwarf army, so I'm going to forget about my Slayers here for a while. I'm going to move these Longbeards in to just help with the mainline engagement, and I'm going to send these Miners to go intercept some of these guys. And since I'm out of position, I have 2 Miners here in the middle that are not going to be free to protect my Rangers, so they're going to get caught here by the Bestigor. I can't really run away. I need to be firing at these Minotaurs if I want to get them off the field. So here, definitely not the position you want to be in when you're a dwarf. Runesmith surrounded by Chaos Spawn and Gorbulls. And so you can see my main line here just getting crashed through by this 3-man hero blob who's coming after my heroes here. His Ungor Raider still taking pot shots. Here my miners come in, block them, and these rangers are going to be opening fire, and my goblobber's coming in. So I'm going to be cleaning these guys up. Here you can see my rangers are turning to fire at these Bestigor. But I've lost too many ranger units here, and I'm not mobilizing my Slayers, so definitely lots of mistakes here. My Longbeards are fighting these Bestigor, not doing too well, and that was actually my Runesmith going to the next life. Or no, actually there he is, he's running away. Almost dead, shattered though, so essentially gone. My Rune Lord here is now getting picked on by Gorbull, and so I'm going to try and run him through this way, and I'm going to try and move my Longbeards into support. Here he gets Chaos Spawn into my Rangers. Definitely the least ideal position for Rangers to be in. Over here, you can see Wissen's Wild Form going off. That's a great use. And more Flocks of Doom. And so he's just eating away at all my health before I could do significant damage with my Rangers. and with my Goblobber, which are a lot of the killing power here with this army. And so you're going to see my army just slowly melt here. Morgur cleaning up these miners, Chaos Spawn, and these dragon-back slayers here are going to pretty effectively clean up these Chaos Spawn, but there's just I've lost too much already. Here you can see these Gorbals tearing my infantry apart, because without my ranger support opening fire on these guys, I don't really have any killing power to knock them off the field. Ungor Raiders still opening fire. You can see they've used most of their ammo, so great use of those guys there. These Bestigor ran away, and they're gonna come back and start trying to clean up my remaining stuff back here. Here you can see fight between Longbeards and Bestigor herd. I expect my Longbeards to win that, but not like super efficiently. They will take significant damage while dealing with a unit like the Bestigor herd, even though the Bestigor herd isn't the best unit in the game, especially when compared to like Black Orcs or something of equal price. You're gonna see that it was just enough here to wipe out my poor stunties. The only thing left, my Slayers. We started chatting right now. We had a minute left, so we started chatting about the beastmen and, you know, their potential uses. Flock of Doom definitely is an asset for them, and so are the Gorbals, but their mainline infantry is not the best. Hey, I'm gonna route. That's the last one. It's pretty impressive they stayed around that long. Morgur's gonna get in here, kick some mohawked butt. And so this is a very sad day. This dwarf build has not lost until this beastmen horde eradicated it. But definitely Flock of Doom, avoiding the mainline engagement, is the way to go with this army. I've always managed to win the skirmish fights, but against Flock of Doom you really just can't win. And there you can see he spawned Chaos Spawn out of them when they were at 20% hit points. Great way of getting rid of a unbreakable unit, just because it completely wipes them out. So definitely good move there. So let's go take a look. Yeah, you can see here just great kills across the board on the Bestigor. Good kills on the Gorbol, but they were mostly killing my heroes. And Morgur just doing work in the middle. Typically what you'd expect here. Goblobber actually did okay, so did the Slayers, but that was mostly towards the end. And you can see just without my Rangers weakening up stuff and getting kills, my main line was just completely destroyed via Flock of Doom, mostly. Yeah, anyways, good game to my opponent, Yadav, and I'm definitely going to try and think of a way to beat this with the dwarves. Anyways, thanks for watching, and that's that.